Galina Kutirova lives in the city of Tolyatti. She's not afraid of drawing attention to herself. Around here, she's a local celebrity. People call her the Snow Maiden.
She's turned blue, she's gone green all over. She needs to get herself inside.
I think she must be suffering from schizophrenia in a latent form.
I used to be a different person before. I was living my life the wrong way. I was trying to live someone else's life. It was a huge mistake on my part. I developed depression. I just didn't want to live anymore.
She looks older than me. I'm 65 and she's 53.
How old? Older than you?
Definitely.
And how old are you?
65.
And you're still working at the market?
That I am.
The wrong outlook on life resulted in my poor health. I was weak both physically and spiritually.
Galina has been walking around the market for half an hour. A normal person, dressed as she is, risks developing hypothermia at 12 degrees Celsius. The current temperature is hovering around 0.
She's gone black. Her shoulders are covered in goosebumps. How hasn't she frozen to death?
Well, I've been doing this for 2 years. I haven't caught cold before, so I won't now either.
It's up to you, but we have woolen socks if you like.
Socks? What for? They won't go with my shoes. If anybody had told me before I met Dr. Makarov that I'd be walking around wearing summer clothes in winter, I would never have believed it in a million years. Never. Dr. Makarov's method. It's psychotherapy.
Excuse me, can I have your number?
Sure. Do you want my number or the doctor's?
But you need to enter a particular mental state to be able to do this, to keep going for a long time. You're able to do it because of your state of mind. It must be very stressful.
On the contrary, I'm very relaxed. It's when people are stressed that their health suffers.
I've just understood what it's about. It's a state of mindfulness.
Yes.
A state of being present in the here and now.
Exactly.
Of being awake, not daydreaming. I've managed to maintain this state of mind for a few days, but it's still hard to maintain it.
Dr. Makarov can help.
Are you trying to lose weight or are you just doing it?
Why lose weight? I've never been fat. I worked in a factory for a time. Then I got married and worked in a kindergarten as a teaching assistant. Children like me as a teacher, as someone who takes care of them. They're always coming up to me.
May I?
Sure.
Unbelievable. How is it possible?
Scientifically, Galina's tolerance of cold is a phenomenon. Unexpectedly, she's developed a superpower, which she finds useful in her day-to-day life.
Can I pick out a persimmon?
Yes, pick one up. It's just like chocolate, miss.
I'll take this one. How much is it?
It's free.
Free, thank you.
It's a present from a friendly market trader.
Really? Okay. I wish you health and happiness.
Thanks, you too.
When everybody is good and kind-hearted, then at last there will be heaven on earth.
You're right there.
Why is it wrong? It's accepted the world over. You just don't know about it.
I thought it was a PR stunt. If it were, I'd dress the same way. I'm 54, but my body is in very good shape. I'd say that I look good for 54. The face may be old, but I still look pretty good from behind.
Hey, will somebody give her a coat? Somebody give her a coat! Seriously! Enough! Stop filming!
I don't need it.
Move!
I don't need it.
Why are you walking around naked? I'll walk around naked with you too.
Okay, that's a different story.
Why is she crazy? It's 2 degrees above zero.
Get dressed or you'll croak.
Come on! Where is she?
I'd like to tell you that a free therapy session conducted by Dr. Vasily Makarov will be held at 11 o'clock on the 22nd of February in the cinema building. He's a doctor from Taliati who heals without using pills and medications. You're all invited. February 22nd. Should I write it down for you? I'll give you my phone number. I'll show you around and the doctor will treat you.
I feel cold just looking at you.
Oh, come on. Look how wonderful it is. It's great. You should come.
Can you write it down for me too?
Yes, of course I can. And most importantly, when you come there, remember to make a wish in the present tense, and it will come true, okay?
Thank you. Do you need it?
Of course he does. To get good marks at school, for dreams to come true, everybody needs it.
How can I find you?
Here it says Galina Kuchereva. I have a Skype account. I'm the only one with this name, so you'll be able to find me. When I heard about Dr. Makarov, that he could treat people without using pills or medicines, it changed my life. I've always found it hard to take medicines. I try to treat myself using home remedies. On top of that, everybody needs some positivity in their lives. As Dr. Makarov says, you should get rid of all your negative emotions at once.
Follow me then.
Resistance to cold is a side effect of practicing techniques for long living. Of all the long-lifers, Galina is the only one wearing summer clothes. The other club members support her with both their hands and their legs.
I decided that being healthy, first and foremost, means having a good mood. When a person is not negative at all. When a person is positive in every way.
This methodology is called the passport to a long life. It's absolutely vital. In the past, our state didn't want this method to become popular and spread around the world. That's why, for a long time, this system was banned. That's why I had to set up the Long Lifer Club. When a person becomes a club member, he or she gets the right to follow a program entitled For Members Only. Many people lack the determination to improve their health. They're just too lazy. That's why our health group in our School of Long Living has a leader who helps anybody wishing to avoid having health problems to lead a healthy lifestyle and substantially increase their life expectancy.
Galina is the head of the Long Lifer Club. The members of the club sign an agreement where they promise that they will live to be over 100. Long lifers pay membership fees, invite their relatives and friends along, and regularly attend therapy sessions where Dr. Makarov helps to instill the power of positive thinking.
I'm so glad to see you. It's such a pleasure. I like you, and I love you.
We love you too.
Good. Now then, first of all, we're going to sing enthusiastically, then we're going to cry, then laugh, and then we'll dance a while, and to finish with, we'll take a nap.
The miracles that Dr. Makarov accomplishes are sometimes difficult to explain, simply impossible.
You're getting younger. Take a deep breath.
I honestly believe that Dr. Makarov is a great man. You still don't know everything about him.
Use your senses and imagine billions of particles of energy representing happiness, health, and long living, concentrated on your fingertips. Now I'd like you to take a deep breath and absorb this energy into your body. Breathe out again. Relax completely. Start breathing as if you were asleep.
This is a toy designed to make Mom laugh and improve her mood. When we set it going, it helps to make her healthy and happy.
Galina has a 30-year-old daughter, Yulia. She lives in another city and comes to visit her parents at weekends. Yulia is a psychiatrist.
I've never treated Mom as a patient, but when she started wearing summer clothes in winter, I obviously started to pay close attention, because it seemed strange to me. I already had a certain amount of knowledge and experience in the field. But when I realized her health wasn't suffering, I said to myself, let her go out like that.
Come and have a look at this. It's just lovely. Hold on. This is a lovely little squid. Looks beautiful, and it's so tasty to eat. We'll clean out all the insides. We don't want them. We only want this beautiful, fresh little squid. It's soft, delicious meat, if you like. That's it. I'm putting it here on a plate. What a delicacy. It's so tasty.
I'm interested in observing phenomena like this because I'm a psychiatrist. I like seeing anything out of the ordinary. I think that it's partly out of suggestion that she makes herself believe I won't get ill, or this apple is clean, this squid is safe to eat. I can understand how she can walk around and not get cold. It's a question of making yourself believe it. Plus, she has trained her tolerance to cold. It's not something she has suddenly started doing, but as far as eating raw squid is concerned, I can't explain it.
I'm totally convinced.
I don't know, I've never heard that willpower can make a jump pass straight through your body without having any effect. I really don't know about that.
That's what Dr. Makarov said, that my belief is absolute.
I'm Vasily Makarov. I'm 68 years old. I want to live to be 124. I'd like to invite you to my funeral when the day comes. You'll be more than welcome. One should train night and day, night and day. And to lazy club members, I say, shame on them, shame on them.
In the 1980s, Dr. Makarov was chief psychotherapist at the AvtoVAZ car factory, where assembly line workers required help to relieve stress. In the 90s, the doctor practiced group psychotherapy after hours. As a result, he established the Long Lifer Health Club. The club's mission is to prolong life expectancy without the use of medication. There are no photos of either husband Sergei or daughter Yulia in Galina's home. Instead, it's almost a shrine to Dr. Makarov.
One of the basic principles in any psychotherapy is that the psychotherapist should become an ideal human being in some way. Maybe even superhuman, even God in some sense, who speaks the absolute truth and whom the patient should obey unquestioningly.
And now imagine a feeling of warmth in the cervical region of the spinal column. Turn around, your back's to me. It's feeling warm there. The warmth is spreading to your lower back. The osteochondrosis is disappearing. Your spine is flexible. Your spine is healthy. The toxins are leaving your body. Blood is circulating normally. You're getting younger. You're getting younger. First of all, you should know the definition of a sect. A sect is a group of people who belong to a particular religion. We accept that people have not descended from apes. That's for sure. We accept as fact a lot of things written in the Bible and in the New Testament. But still, we have a lot of Muslims and Catholics in our Long Lifer Club as well. We have all kinds of people, which is why we don't focus primarily on Orthodox Christianity. We usually say that God exists when we're talking about God, and we often talk about the soul existing as well, because there are a lot of expressions in the Russian language where we use this word, like, his soul is heavy, or my soul is free, or I feel clean-souled, for example. So we're in no way a sect.
I wish we could all get together and say a prayer to ask God not to let there be a war in Ukraine.
Listen, I'll tell you what to do to stop there being a war. You need to start practicing positive thinking. Believe me, what's happening there is between different groups of people, and you can use the power of your mind to alter their behavior. Do you remember me telling you that you can get rid of negative thoughts by holding your breath? By doing that, you'll help all people on earth to become kind and good-hearted. Kind people don't steal, kind people don't make wars. That's why there will be heaven on earth. Love and gratitude will save the world, as Dr. Makarov says.
Now turn to one another and give each other a hug. By being kind to each other, we've created the conditions for healing.
The thing is, there are occasions when she gets too carried away by Dr. Makarov's system, and from time to time she'll go slightly over the top. Then I'll bring her back to senses. I'll say, "Hey, Mom, I'm here. It's your daughter." And then she'll realize and come back to reality.
Dr. Makarov is like the sun and the earth to me. The sun because he's made my soul warm. The earth because he dragged me out of a pit of problems and diseases and put me on the ground. He's like air and water for me. Air because he breathed life into me. I want to live. I'm living my life in harmony. I love this life. I know what I'm living for, to be kind and good-hearted, to do lots of good things every day. He's water for me because he washed my wounds. And my body gets cleaner and more radiant with every mouthful of water that I swallow that's charged using Dr. Makarov's technique. I'm getting cleaner and more radiant. And now, I have a big dream, just as Dr. Makarov does. I want there to be heaven on earth.
Take out your photos of your relatives and show them to me. Your thoughts have a physical existence. They move thousands of times faster than the speed of light. Pay attention to their facial expressions, their postures, and remember them well. Now close your eyes and imagine what they look like. Imagine those people in your photographs.
It's an attempt to alter reality. It's sort of an imaginary world to some extent. And these techniques are an attempt to make these imaginary things happen. To increase the amount of goodness in the world, to turn negativity into positivity, to eliminate all negativity, but that's never the case.
Long lifers, be healthy.
Thank you, Dr. Makarov.
Thank you, Dr. Makarov.
Be healthy.
At the moment, I don't see any reason why Dr. Makarov's system might be dangerous to those who practice it. Nevertheless, not all illnesses can be treated this way. It's not a panacea for all diseases. There are diseases that need to be treated by doctors. I don't see the harm in following the system, but I'd like to say that not everybody can benefit from it in the way my mom did. Makarov is not a witch doctor, he's a professional psychotherapist. He uses recognized methods, but he also includes elements of magic, like charged water.
The Galina who wears summer clothes in the winter uses the techniques found in the Passport to Long Living system, just like all other members of the Long Lifer Club. The last thing at night and first thing in the morning club members should do is to take a gulp of melted water that they've charged with their positive thoughts. People who don't believe in it and instead continue to use drugs or medicines to relieve symptoms carry on having to go to pharmacies and hospitals. They continue to be ill and keep on aging. There's nobody in the Long Lifer community who does not believe in its effectiveness.
It's like believing in miracles. I just concentrate on the effect it's having, and for the time being, I'm happy. If anything suddenly happens that I don't like, then I'll change my approach. I'm not interested in the details. I have a rough idea of what Mom is doing.
Galina and the other members of the Long Lifer Club have what they need most, Dr. Makarov. He now has a responsibility to fulfill his promise of living to the age of 124. If he doesn't, everything they believe in will instantly be shown to be an illusion. And Galina, the Snow Maiden, will have to go back to the real world. That's her greatest fear of all.
Your hands may be cold, but your heart's warm, right?
Of course, everything else is warm. There's no doubting that.